Hey guys, so I'm back with my 2-week postpartum video. Parker will be 2 weeks tonight at 6:48, and we're just so excited to have her in our lives, and I just was really excited to make this video and share with you guys. I was gonna wait after me and Garrett filmed our labor and delivery video, but I'm just so ready to get back in the game and film for you guys. I have so many videos that I want to do, mommy type videos, and yeah. So Parker was born July 1st. Her name is Parker Avery, and she is the most perfect baby, the most beautiful, sweetest, snuggliest, adorable little thing I have ever seen in my life. And she was worth every ounce of anything, through pregnancy, through labor, through anything, all that stuff, the hard nights, all that. Most definitely worth all of it, which I'll get into those in a little bit. But so I'm not going to talk too much about the labor. I will go ahead and say that I did end up having a natural labor. Talk more about that in my labor delivery video whenever I film that with Garrett sometime this week. But so I'm pretty much just going to talk about postpartum stuff after we got into our room, and I'll leave labor and delivery when we're in the labor and delivery room and kind of divide it up that way. But I did end up tearing. I tore towards my urethra, and I tore a good bit inside. Not a lot, they weren't major tears, but definitely tears. So there are quite a few things that you have to do to take care of yourself and to clean down there. So every single time after you go to the bathroom, they get this little peri bottle thing that you fill up with warm-ish water, whatever, or if you want cold water, whatever, fill it up, and then you squirt it down there so it cleans it very well. And then you pat yourself dry. You can't wipe for a while. And then after that, you need to spray. They gave me this spray called the Dermaplast pain relieving spray, and this stuff is a really good lifesaver because I didn't want to take any medication like strong painkillers. I did take Motrin to like take the edge off the pain that I was having, but I didn't want to take like Percocet or hydrocodone or anything like that. So I used this, and this is really good. Don't get the red cap because the red cap will sting. And I'm not gonna lie, this did sting a little bit, the first like the open wounds that I did have, but other than that, it was really great. So got that, and I've gone through 2 bottles of these, and now I don't need it anymore. And they do give you pads there, which are really great. You can ask for as many pads as you want, but as soon as I got at home and I wasn't bleeding near as much, this is my favorite type of pads, and I got the Always Infinity, and it's the smallest one. So these are really good. They're the yellow ones. Hi, baby. I ended up getting the smallest ones, and these have been perfect. But if you have a heavier flow, obviously get the bigger ones. And so that's pretty much every single time you go to the bathroom, you have to redo all that. But 2 to 3 times a day I have to take what's called a sitz bath. And so I've been using just regular Epsom salt. This is actually my 3rd bag of this. I just use 2 cups per bath. And only the first few days when I got home, I took 3 a day just to make sure. But then after that, I took 2 for the first week, and then the 2nd week I've just been taking 1. And it's usually at the end of the day to like relax while Garrett holds on to her. But so that's all mommy care. For the first 2 weeks, I am not allowed to leave the house unless it's for a doctor's appointment. And so we actually had a few doctor's appointments, and then that Monday after we brought her home, I had an appointment with the dermatologist for some questionable moles that I had whenever I was pregnant with her that I wasn't so sure about, so they went ahead and removed those. That Tuesday was her first week appointment with her pediatrician, whom we love, and I really adore her. She's amazing, and that all went well. Whenever she was born, she was 8.5 pounds, and when we left the hospital, she was 8.1. And then we went to her doctor's visit, she was 8 pounds. So she did lose a little bit, not near as much as most babies. Most babies lose 10% of their body weight. And so the very next day after that Wednesday, we had to go back to the hospital where I gave birth to her so she can get some lab work done. Her thyroid was pretty high whenever I gave birth to her. That could either be the stress of delivery, which it wasn't that long of delivery, so I don't know, but or it could be something else, which I'm not really sure what that something else is. But we brought her there, and that was literally the most traumatic experience I've ever had in my entire life. Worse than having a natural labor, worse than everything that I can ever even think of that has happened to me in my life. We brought her in there, and I've had an experience with this there's 2 different labs in the hospital, and this certain one, the people in there either don't speak English, or they're very, very rude. And so this lady was both, didn't really speak that much English, and she was very rude. So all she said before she squeezed baby makes them cry. And I thought she was talking to me because I was sitting there like kissing her on the face and like loving on her and stuff, trying to calm her down because she wasn't happy laying on her back on this table. So the lady directed Garrett to go hold her left arm and her left leg, and I was supposed to hold her right arm while the lady was holding her right leg. Well, all of a sudden I hear a pop, and that's like just popping a hole in the bottom of her, or like a spot to make it bleed at the bottom of her foot. And Parker hated it. Instantly she started crying, and then finally I was able to soothe her down. And all of a sudden this lady gets this tiny little test tube and starts scraping the crap out of her foot and like milking her leg. And Parker just starts screaming and losing, like she turned so red. Her fist over there that Garrett was holding had her thumb in between it like this, and it was squeezing so hard her thumb had turned blue, and she would not let go. And oh my god, it was the worst. I mean, we were probably in there for like 2 minutes, but it seemed like we were in there for an hour. She finally filled up one test tube. She would scrape really hard and then tap it really hard on the table, so she'd hurt her by scraping her, she'd hurt her by squeezing the crap out of her foot, and then she'd hurt her by like scaring her by hitting it on the table. So she filled up one, and I was like, okay, thank God it's finally over. Then this woman picks up another one, and I was just like, oh my god, I was so close to punching her in the face and telling her just leave my baby alone, give her a break. And then Garrett goes, how much more do you need? Like it was just, it felt good for him to speak up because I don't know, he was so protective over her, and I've never felt so protective over anything in my life. Like I'm protective over my dogs, I'm protective over Garrett, but I was to a whole nother level. Like I wanted to kill this woman. And after Garrett said that, you could tell she kind of got a little nervous, but she finally filled it up, and then I was able to grab Parker and just like soothe her, and she calmed down pretty well after I got her in my arms. And when we got out to the car to put her back in her car seat, I looked down and I had her blood running down my arm, and I first started crying. I felt so bad. I was like, oh my god, we are never doing that again. There's got to be another way that they can test that. It was literally the most horrible thing that the most agonizing thing I've been through. I can only imagine for her. And I was so mad. Like it took me so long to calm down. Me and Garrett's anxiety level was through the roof. But so that was over with. So we still haven't gotten the results back about that, but we should probably figure out today at her doctor's appointment, which she does have her 2-week doctor's appointment today. But oh my gosh, that was terrible. And then let's see, we didn't have anything for the rest of the week. And then no, it was Friday. Yeah, Friday she started, I thought she was having seizures and convulsions the way she was acting, because like for a few days she would start rolling her eyes in the back of her head when she was going to sleep. And then the night before, or Thursday night, she started doing like jerks with her shoulders, and it scared the crap out of me. I was like, oh my god. So we made an appointment the next morning, and we went in right away, and the pediatrician just watched her for a little bit. So everything was normal there. They just told us that, you know, sometimes babies like do roll their eyes in the back of their head when they're trying to go to sleep. That's normal. And then also the convulsions were, she said, as long as whenever I put the blanket over her arm stopped. I mean, she wasn't seizing. She's fine. She just has a few little jerks, but yeah, so she's a happy little baby, and I just love her to death. I can't, as soon as she came out, all the nurses were like, oh my gosh, she's like a soap opera baby. She doesn't even look like a newborn. And I guess it's because I went through such a short, like hard labor, which I'll let you guys know in a future, the labor delivery video. But let's see what else. So the first week we hardly got any sleep. The first few days in the hospital there was like 2 hours total that we got sleep. The first hour because she went to the nursery, and then the second hour she was quiet enough for, I was holding her while Garrett took a nap, then he held her while I took a nap, and he actually ended up getting 30 minutes longer than me because she started crying and needed to be fed. But so the second day we got even less sleep. We got 30 minutes each. We learned that she likes white noise. Garrett was taking his 30-minute nap and she starts wailing at the top of her lungs, and I'm sitting there, don't know how to console her. I don't know what to do. I had fed her, I changed her, you know, I burped her really well, and so I was like, white noise, yeah, we gotta try that. So I found it on YouTube and it's completely knocked her out. So there's that. That was also her night she was clustered. She's done a few nights where she's cluster fed. Then we came home that night. Neither me and Garrett took shifts. He went to sleep for 2 hours while I watched her, and he ended up, while I slept, I got like 30-minute increments because she needed to be fed or she needed to be changed, and he was too scared to change her. So I didn't get that much sleep, but yeah. So 4 days straight we were working off of like 5-6 hours because that was a few nights we had to do that. And finally we started trying to get her on a routine, and one night she just like knocked out and woke up at 11:30, then at 2:30, then at 4:30, and we were able to sleep. So that was amazing. We've had a few really good nights like that, but we've also had some where she's up every 30 minutes or she's up every hour to every 30 minutes, and that's really hard. But I'm glad that I have Garrett with me because we're a really good team. We don't do very well at night because we're so tired, but during the day we're like completely 100% like copacetic with each other. So amazing. But so week 1 with me, I still felt pregnant. I felt so swollen. I was more swollen than I was before because they gave me so much IV, and they had to keep pumping IV through me to do different things, which I'll let you know in the labor and delivery vlog or video. But I caught myself still being really careful, like when I bent over to pick stuff up, I still like bent over like I was 3 months I was 9 months pregnant, and the way I moved, I was slow to move around because my stitches were hurting and stuff like that. But as soon as week 2 hit, I felt normal. My uterus has shrunk so much. I've already lost 27 pounds. I know most of it's water weight because I look down at my legs and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have twig legs. Like, what is going on? But I still have a ways to go because I did end up gaining on the dot 40 pounds whenever I went to the hospital. They weighed me and I had gained exactly 40 on the dot, not an ounce over, not an ounce under. But now I've lost 27.3 pounds. So I'm 3 ounces under the 27. But anyways, so the 2 weeks I wasn't allowed to leave the house. So now the 2 weeks are up, I'm allowed to leave, but I can't drive myself. And so Garrett's just gonna have to drive me to doctor's appointments, and if I'm allowed to go into stores and stuff, and like just get out of this house, it would just be amazing. So there's that. And then like, she's such a good little feeder. She's eating right now. I'm just so proud of her. So that's another thing. Breastfeeding has been a huge struggle. I've been producing more than enough. In the hospital, they told me I had enough to feed the nursery, but it still worried me to the fact that me and Garrett, I would start pumping, and before I fed her, like I'd start feeding her and then I'd pump afterwards because she wasn't really getting a good latch, and my nipples hurt so bad. Literally, the first couple of days we were here, I walked around without a shirt on, and just because they were so sore, if I put anything over them, they start getting really, really sensitive. But one thing that I think is amazing that everybody should try are these little nipple guards. My lactation lady in the hospital gave this to me, but first I put them on so whenever the baby starts sucking on your nipple, like it can crack and like get really scabby and stuff, and then you put your bra on because it makes your nipple come out where they can eat. But then you put a bra on, it flattens it back out, and then it heals flat. Then as soon as the baby starts sucking again, it like breaks the skin again. So this keeps them from going back flat. And also what I'm using these for now, since I don't have that problem, is when I'm feeding on one side, I have this on the other boob, because that boob will like leak and fill this whole thing up. So that's what I'm using that for now. But yeah, Garrett's been amazing with the breastfeeding. He has been so supportive, like helping her latch on, trying to calm me down whenever I can't get a good latch with her, or when she's not taking any or anything like that. He's just so supportive and has been so amazing. I've fallen more in love with him, and I didn't think I could fall more in love with him than before we had her. It's just, she's literally the most perfect, or he is the most perfect husband, perfect father that I could ever even hope to ask for, and I really couldn't thank him enough for being so amazing. Because I don't know how far, if I would have gone to formula or like done half breastfeeding, half formula without him, because it's just been so stressful if I had to do it by myself. But yeah, so there's that. She's eating right now. It took 5 days for my milk to come in, so with the colostrum, I would pump and I would get a syringe. That's what the lactation consultant said, if it was stressing me out not knowing how much she was getting, and feed her the food by syringe. So she was getting super full off that. We're doing really well with that, and yeah, so we've been very diligent making sure she's eating, and it's paid off because obviously she's doing well. But when we brought her back to the doctor's office a visit before, whenever she was going to have the jerking, she had already gained back her birth weight. She was at 8.5 pounds. So that's awesome. They said I was ahead of the game to calm down with like to try to relax with breast pumping and feeding, that she is more than healthy and getting what she needs. Yeah, so my supply has really kicked up the past couple of days. Eating oatmeal and stuff like that has been really, really good, but that's really all I've done is just Garrett's been making me oatmeal every single morning, and that seemed to really, really boost my supply. This morning I pumped 8 ounces, 4 from each breast, so that was really exciting because before that I just got up to 4, and so it doubled in a night. So I'm really happy to have that for her, and if she doesn't want to latch, sometimes like at night I get so stressed out that she doesn't want to latch, so we can give her a bottle. But our nighttime routine has, we've finally perfected it to the point of when she wakes up, Garrett will feed her a 2-ounce bottle, and then we'll change her. Then he'll give her to me, and I will let her feed off each breast, and then I will rock her. He'll burp her, and I'll rock her, and we'll put her down. So we're a good team. It's hard. It's really hard for both of us to get up every single time in the middle of the night, but it's definitely needed because I couldn't do it without him. He definitely couldn't do it without me. So there's that, and other than that, she's been doing perfect. She's happy, healthy as a clam. She only cries whenever she's hungry, or if we had to get her a diaper warmer or a wipe warmer, because she does not like cold wipes. Like, she is one spoiled little baby. She loves to be held, and she does not like cold wipes. So we got that for her. And we had so many sensitive Pampers wipes I use on my face to remove makeup. That was not enough for this little girl. She broke out in the hospital. So until we got the wipes that we ordered on Amazon, which are the water wipes, it's like 99.9% water and 0.1% fruit extract, and these are amazing. These have been awesome for her. Until we got those, we had to use just a washcloth and water to clean her at the hospital, and then when we got home, because we didn't get them in till she was 5 or 6 days old. And yeah, but what else? I think that's pretty much it. It's just we're so happy and so overwhelmingly in love with this little girl. I can't even imagine her at 1 month. I can't even imagine her a year. My mom was like, before you know it, she's gonna be in college. I literally almost threw up. I was like, stop it. But also her, I don't know if I mentioned, but she was 8.5 pounds when she was born and 21 inches long. And her eye color is amazing. Like her outside of her eye is a thick navy blue, and the inside is like a really deep buttery gray color. It's so gorgeous. And her cheeks, she has my cheeks that I had whenever I was little. I had some chubby cheeks as a baby, and I still have some pretty big cheeks, but her eye shape is just like her dad. She has my eyebrows. She kind of has a higher arch. She has my lips, and she has my nose. But she definitely has like the way she lays. If I put her on my chest, I can't sleep with my hands under my head. Garrett always sits with if he's on the bed, watching a movie or something, he likes to like hold a pillow while he's laying down and like be looking up. But that's exactly how she lays on my chest. So I definitely see a lot of Garrett and her, and it makes us laugh. Garrett's so cute with her. He got really emotional. That's one thing I want to talk about. PTSD, postpartum depression, PPD, I don't know, but that and baby blues, I've not had that at all. The only thing emotion-wise negative that I've had is that I hate sitting in this, like I would just want to get out of the house. And that has been really hard, not being able to leave and do anything. But I know for the better for her and for me that I can't do that yet. Now I can, but the past 2 weeks was really hard with that, just me being here with her, the only one that can take care of her. So she's definitely got her daddy's personality, so I really love that, and the way he acts and stuff. I can already see it in her facial expressions. But yeah, she's just perfect, and we're just so happy with her, and just, it really feels like she's been here for so much longer than 2 weeks. The dogs have taken to her so well. They want to lick her at every second, which, oh my God, okay, I'm gonna tell you the story before I tell you how the dogs did when they first met her. But yesterday, we had her little swing on the ground, and Django comes out of nowhere and licks her in the mouth. I about lost my mind. So instantly I latched her on. I was like, drink all the antioxidants, drink all the antibodies, please, you're gonna be okay. So, oh my God, that was like the worst. So now we have her on a coffee table with her little seat thingy. But, so when we first brought her home, she loves car rides, by the way, but when we first brought her home, we let Rocky meet her first. We let him outside, and then, so he got to sniff her. He realized that she was in there right away, and he wanted to sniff her and lick her and stuff like that, but we wouldn't let him. So he was excited, but mostly excited to see us, and he was just really curious. So then after that, we let Chloe out. Never even noticed there was a baby in there. I even let her look in there. She didn't realize that there was a baby or that anything was in there. Took her a good hour to realize that there was somebody in the house. It was like an hour after she got home, I went to feed her again, and she lifted her hands in the air and freaked Chloe out. After that, she just kind of stayed really close to the chair I was feeding her in, and was just kind of territorial, which was kind of cute. And about 3 or 4 hours after that, after Chloe realized she was there, I was feeding her again, and right before I went to feed her, she started to cry, and Django flipped out. He was like, what? He started trying to jump on me, and Chloe and Rocky were perfect. Django cried the entire night and kept waking her up, which it didn't bother her because I guess she heard him when she was inside my stomach. But yeah, the dog's barking, crying, all that stuff doesn't upset her. Loud noises don't upset her. Nothing like that bothers her, but she's hungry all the time, and she doesn't like to have a dirty diaper, which I wouldn't either. And yeah, so the nights are getting a little bit better because I don't know if I mentioned this before, but she did have her days and nights mixed up in the first week, really in both weeks, but the second week has been really diligent about waking her up every 2 hours to feed, about making her stay up a little while and do tummy time and like play with her. And we're having a strict schedule, like turning all the lights off at 6, starting the process of all of that at 6, which here she is. Oh, there she is. I can just eat her cheeks. You could eat them. I could. She's like, Mama, stop it. This is Parker Avery and the sweetest baby ever. I know it's really bright, so that's probably why she's making that face, but I don't know if you can see her eye color, probably not, but she's got dark hair, and she's just so perfect. I just want to eat your cheeks. I could kiss you all day and you don't like it. I could do it. And your double chin too. And your double chin too. Oh, what was that face? But her eyes are turning more of a blue, like the gray's starting to turn a little blue, but this is my baby girl, and I do love her. Alright guys, if there's anything I left out that you can think of that I didn't answer, leave it in the comments below, and I'll address those in my next video. So guys, if you're interested in seeing more pictures of her, not every single day, I'm not going to do everyday pictures, but quite often, then you can go to my Instagram, links down below. And I have her pictures on there. My husband also has pictures of her on his, which his is down there as well. But anyways guys, I'm gonna go rock her a little bit more and put her down for her appointment, and I will talk to you guys later. Love y'all. Bye. Alright, so this is my belly as of right now. I still have a good little tummy there. Definitely my uterus still hasn't gone down, but I'm just honestly really happy how much it shrunk so fast that I'm not really worried about it. I can't work out for another 4 more weeks, but I'm getting things in line of what I want to do. I definitely have some rollerblades that I want to go rollerblading with her while she's in her stroller. There's definitely quite a few things that me and Garrett have planned workout wise, and game plan of losing weight. I finally started eating well the past 2 days. Eating more fruits, and because as of late, since I've been tired, I've just been like stuffing whatever I can find in my mouth so I can survive and have enough breast milk to feed her. I have been making sure I have oatmeal every single morning because that really helps boost milk supply. And I know the days that I skip oatmeal I don't have as well as a supply. But other than that, that's all really changed. Or that's my plans diet wise so far. I might make a future video if all goes well, or I don't know. Just let me know what you guys want to know down below, what you want to see down below, and I'll do my best to get that done. But other videos that I want to do are what I actually used in my hospital bag, my labor and delivery video, which will be with Garrett, and there's some other things like newborn mama favorites to get through the first 2 weeks, because me and Garrett have like swapped through a bunch of different products to find the right ones for her, which that's really what you have to do because every baby's different. But we have found some really awesome products that I haven't seen people talk about in any other newborn necessity videos. So yeah, those will be coming up soon, guys. But guys, I love you so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, so I am now 39 weeks pregnant. I didn't do a video last week because I knew I was going to have her last week, and I kept thinking like, well, I'm going to film it and not be able to edit and upload it.